Hi there, I'm verified champion trader Kevin Davey, and today I'm going to give you an algo entry that works. So let's get started. So today's entry is what I call a doji with momentum. What does that mean? Well, what we're looking for first is a big doji bar, which I'll explain in a minute. And that shows up, and then if the 10 bar momentum is bullish, you buy the next bar, vice versa if you sell short. So it's pretty straightforward. The biggest twist on it probably is this big doji bar, which is kind of a little silly. It's as far as calling it a doji, because it's not your typical doji. But to calculate it, you take the absolute value of the open minus the close, and you divide it by the high minus the low. So the full bar's range is the denominator. It's the high minus low. And then you take the difference in the open and the close. And now normally that varies. That calculation will always vary from 0 to 1 or 0 to 100%, right? If you're open at the high and close at the low, you're going to get 1. If the open is equal to the close, then you're going to get 0. Okay, but that's how it's set up. And in a small doji, it looks like the graph or the chart on the left, where the open and close are very very close together. Big doji just means there was a lot of movement in that. So technically, people would say, well, that's not really a doji because the range is so big. But for the test I'm running here, we're just going to call it a big doji, okay? And I'm going to be looking for open to close ranges of 60 to 100%. Okay, so we're looking for big movement here. And here's just an example, and it's kind of hard to tell from this. I didn't highlight the doji bar, but you can see the bar before the signal bar here. There was a pretty big, open to close range. You can also see it here. It was a pretty big open to close, and over here. So that gives you an idea of what kind of entries it's looking for. And don't forget, it also has that 10 bar momentum with it. So here's the code. This is TradeStation easy language, which, like it says, pretty easy. There's a function called the C_doji. It just calculates it. So it says, hey, if you have a doji bar and the 10 bar momentum is up, meaning the close of this bar is greater than the bar closed 10 bars ago, then you buy the next bar at market. And if you have a big doji bar and the close is less than the close 10 bars ago, meaning you have down momentum, you sell short. Okay, so this is a little bit different than you might have seen or heard dojis being used, but I like to test a lot of different things, and we'll see what happens. Okay, so I'm going to use 9 different values of that doji percentage. Remember, I said I wanted to go 60 to 100%. And what I'm looking for is over those 9 iterations, 9 unique cases I run, I want to see that this strategy or this entry makes profit in most of them. Okay, that'll show me some robustness, which I'm looking for. And this isn't a final strategy. It just gives you an idea that, hey, maybe there's something here, and it could warrant further testing. And that's kind of all we're trying to do here. So I ran it on 5 years, 2019 through 2023, and where it passed on a certain bar size across the top, you see I ran 14 40-minute bars, which are basically daily bars, with a little difference. 240-minute, 360, 720. If it passed, it got a 1. If it didn't pass, it got a blank. And then I sorted them by the markets where it passed the most. And you can see energies are the top 3 spaces, or places, I guess I should say. Heating oil, crude oil, natural gas all had 3 or 4, and then you can see other markets. But it worked overall in 28 different markets, at least one bar size, and overall the 1440 minute bar performed the best with this. But that gives you a sense of, hey, this kind of entry worked, where it gave profitable results over this period in all these different markets. So it's a good first test that you can say, hey, maybe there's something to it. Maybe I should go on and do the rest of my testing. So that's all I wanted to show you for today. Give it a try. Test it out. Try different markets. Try different bar sizes. Put it with some exits and see what you get. Leave a comment. Let me know how you do. Give it a thumbs up if you like this entry. If you didn't like this entry, well, don't give it a thumbs down because nobody sees that anyways. But subscribe to my channel and stay tuned for the next entry, which will be coming soon. All right, I'm Champion Trader Kevin Davey. Have a great day.